your engines for a Sony Computer Entertainment America production. Fasten your seatbelts for another Naughty Dog creation.
Okay, hello and welcome to Branch Plays Crash Team Racing. My first thought is, it's a little bit weird hearing the opening be like a Sony Computer Entertainment America production, because I always played the European version, because I live in the UK. And also in that version, you have a language select, so you can choose it to be in English, French, German, Spanish, Italian. I think it's also available in like Swedish or a couple of other languages. And on that, it's like a screen before you get to this one, and if you press triangle and quit out, you see this screen, but in Adventure Time Trial and everything, they just aren't there, there's no text at all. So, today we're going to be starting up Adventure Mode, which is, well, it's a little adventure mode. We'll go through all the tracks and save the world, basically. So we have 8 characters to choose from. We have Crash, Cortex, Tiny Tiger, Coco, Engine, Dingodile, Polar, and Purr. And I'm going to just play as Crash for my own general convenience. I did just load the game up earlier and start the file. I'll just, make sure the game worked. Okay, so let's just overwrite that and get right on into the game. I probably should skip the tutorials because I feel ridiculously overconfident about my ability to play this game, but I will just let the tutorials play out just for fun.
Welcome to the Adventure Arena. You can travel around this area and practice your driving skills. The dots and stars on the map represent warp pads, which lead to races. When they flash, it signifies they are open to play. To access a racetrack, drive onto a warp pad that has an active warp vortex, and it will take you to the track start line. Finish a track in first place to win a trophy. As you collect more trophies, other tracks will turn on and open to you. Good luck, and drive fast.
Okay, so, off we go into our first track, which is Crash Cove. A nice, very simple, easy track to kind of ease you into the game. Weirdly enough, I've played this game quite a lot, and now this is probably one of the tracks I think this is probably one of the tracks that I find a bit tougher than some of the others. Which is weird, because like, I find some of the hardest tracks in the game pretty easy, and then I kind of struggle with this one sometimes. Also, I should note, since I am feeling extremely overconfident in my abilities at this game, I am going to give myself a bit of a challenge. If I finish in 2nd place, or worse, on any race, you'll notice that I will make a couple of exceptions for other, I don't know what they call it, the challenge levels that unlock after you beat each world. I will make an exception for those because those aren't races, but for every race in this game, I'm going to give myself the challenge. If I lose once, if I finish 2nd place or worse in any race in this playthrough, I will start the entire game over from the beginning. Because I'm that confident that it just won't happen. So, yeah, I'm pretty much just putting out a challenge on myself to make this, just a little bit more, and add a few stakes to it. However, as you can see, I am already front-running by quite a bit, and I have not played this game for a good while. So aside from, also, I am intentionally going the wrong way here, just to kind of style on the game. So let's just, just do that, give them a little bit of false hope. The game erroneously said I went in 2nd there for a little bit. But yeah, so, pretty much, in each area of the main hub world, there will be 4 zones. Not 4 zones, 4 tracks. You win on each one, then you can challenge the world's boss. And with that, we take our first win. We take our first win with Coco being in 2nd place, and also, Everyone has their own unique winning animation, and everyone also has another animation for when they are second or third. Because obviously, you know, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th don't get a place on the podium. But with that, we managed to take our first trophy, and of course, Crash's win animation is he does his little victory dance. So that is trophy number 1 acquired. There are 16 trophies for us to win.
The more Wumpa Fruit you collect, the faster your cart will go. If you collect and hold 10 Wumpa Fruit, you'll be juiced up, and your power-up will become more potent.
And with that, thank you, Aku Aku. Also, if we were playing as Cortex or any of the evil characters, we would actually have Uka Uka giving us these tutorials instead. Anyway, now off we go to track number 2, which is Roo's Tubes, which is obviously Ripper Roo's course. But we'll be seeing Ripper Roo in just a little bit. We'll be seeing him by the end of this episode, don't you worry about that. So, as Aku Aku mentioned, you can collect Wumpa Fruit, which will then basically, that will power up your items, and when I pick up an item, I will explain what it does. So, TNT crates, you can just put those down. If you crash into one, if you crash into a set TNT crate, it will land on your head, and you have to start jumping. If you don't, it will explode. If you don't, after a few seconds, it'll explode, and, you know, it'll slow you down. However, if you jump enough, it will basically throw it off you, and then it'll explode when it lands on the ground. You can also pick up bombs. You can throw these in front of you or behind you, and you can also self-detonate them by pressing circle again. And when you have 10 Wumpa Fruit, you'll basically just get a more powerful version of them. So basically, the explosion will be a little bit bigger. You can pick up these chemical vials, which are basically the bananas. These are this game's equivalent to the Mario Kart bananas, basically. You can set them, you can throw them, and if you have 10 Wumpa Fruit, they will become the red vials. If you hit a red vial, also TNTs, if you have 10 Wumpa Fruit, they'll turn into nitros, which will explode on contact. But the red vials, if you hit one of those, you will basically get slowed down quite a lot, and also you'll have a cloud over you, which will make you go slower for a prolonged period of time. I say a prolonged period of time, I think it's only like 10 or 15 seconds or something, but in a race, that is quite a lot. Also, I think Cortex took second place there. Okay, so, 2 races in, Coco is having a pretty good showing for herself with a 2nd and a 3rd place. But Cortex, unfortunately for him, you know, is still, he's still taking home 2nd place every single time. And now we're gonna get another tutorial that I really don't need, but I'm just gonna let them play it regardless.
When you get a TNT crate on your head, start hopping immediately. If you react fast and hop enough times, the TNT crate will fall off your head before it explodes.
Okay, so, on to track number 3, which is the first track, I believe, that doesn't have anyone in particular associated with it, as we head on into Mystery Caves. Okay, so I've been through the vials, the TNTs, the bombs. You can find missiles. Missiles are... You'll usually find those when you're in, like, 5th or 6th place, I think. They're usually more for the kind of people at the back. Think of them... You can find either 1 or 3. Think of them like your red shells. Also, in Mario Kart, also, I will be relating things back to Mario Kart quite a bit. Mostly because, you know, I think that's probably going to be where most people's, kind of knowledge base is, I suppose. And also, you know, I feel like everyone's played Mario Kart, or at least, so yeah. I think it's the easiest one to kind of relate back to. You can get Aku Aku, or if you're playing as an evil character, Uka Uka, and they they basically act like the stars in Mario Kart. You crash into people and it hurts them. Like, you can't destroy them, but it'll, you know, do the effect of you hit them. And then, on top of that, you are also invincible during that time. Then there is the equivalent of, whatchamacallit, the blue shell, which is the Vortex. The Vortexes are, honestly, I think they're better than blue shells. Like, I love the Vortex. I think it's a lot fairer than the blue shell, while also providing a good comeback mechanic for people that are further back in the field. Basically, the way the Vortex works is... Also, I've completely messed up those turtle jumps every time so far in this race. Basically, the way those work are... it will pretty much target everyone. However, it will stop at second place. I think if you have 10 Wumpa Fruit, it might go all the way up to first, but honestly, I don't really remember. And then the final item is the clock. The clock is basically the equivalent of the lightning, and basically... Oh wait, I forgot about the bubble. The clock is the equivalent of the lightning, and everyone hit by it will go slower for a prolonged period of time. And also, like, it is really noticeable. Also, there is the bubble. It comes in green when you don't have 10 Wumpa Fruit, which is, you know, basically, it works the same way. I think it just lasts longer if you have 10 Wumpa Fruit, because it can run out of time. Like, it can run out of time, and basically, you can hold it for a prolonged period of time, and eventually it'll just go away naturally, or you can fire it as a projectile, or you can use it as a shield. And honestly, just keeping it as a shield is kind of nice. And with that, we take win number 3, Engine in third place, Tiny Tiger in... Sorry, Engine in second place, Tiny Tiger in third, and that is our third trophy acquired. Now, our fourth race is going to be on one of my favourite tracks, so I'm going to give myself an additional challenge here.
You can get a hang time turbo from jumping. The longer you're in the air, the bigger the turbo you'll get when you land. For big turbos, try to get extra air time by hopping off jumps using the R1 button.
Okay, so now we can go to the fourth track, which is one of my favorites in the game, the Sewer Speedway. Now, this track is another one that I don't think has an associated character to it, and I'm going to give myself an additional challenge on this one. So, as you can see, everyone else is here. I am going to reverse on the start line, and I am going to give them a 30-second head start. So, as soon as that hits 30 seconds, I'm allowed to go. And I guarantee I will still win by a comfortable margin. So, yeah. I feel very confident on Sewer Speedway. Like, this and maybe one other track I have the most confidence in. Okay, so, off we go. 30 seconds. With a 30-second deficit, off we go. It is time to make our comeback. And by that, I mean, you know what, I'm also going to do this no items. You know what, I'll do this no items, no shortcuts. So I'm not going to use the big jump either. Yeah, just pure skill. Oh. And, let's see how much of a comeback I can make with this. Because remember, I do still have the rule where if I don't come in first place, I have to start the entire game over. So, let's see how long it takes for us to, reclaim our rightful place in first. Also, there's, like, no enemies here. Well, no items been thrown. Because they do eventually naturally clear out, I think. Also, 117 for a lap on Sewer Speedway is, very slow. However, that is us up into 5th. And we will be probably first place by the end of the second lap, I'd say. So let's just, you know, make some more sick jumps. It took me a very long time to actually learn how to make the jump into that little window, or to get up onto that bridge section. And then, well, From there, the rest is history, because I learned how to actually just run this course super fast. And with that, we are in first place, and let's just bring this one on home. You know what, because I'm in the lead, I'll throw that out. It won't hit anything, because I'm in first. So, let's just keep going, and claim our easy win. You know what, now that I'm in first, no, I won't do the shortcut. I could, because I haven't more than enough airtime and everything, but I'll just leave it. But yeah, I absolutely adore Sewer Speedway, and I'm going to get hit there. So you know what? That was a moment of hubris, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay, because realistically, what are they going to do to stop me? Also, 10 out of 10, it looks like the sidekicks are going to be bringing home second and third this time. Good for them. Like, great work from Pula and Pura here. 2, 3, jump, spin. There we go. Nice. Easy win. But yeah, I am very confident in my ability to do a lot here. Because, yeah, I very much enjoy this game. And, yeah. So now we have our 4th trophy, 10 out of 10, our sidekicks getting their moment in the sun. Coco kind of letting the side down by being in 7th place. And with that, we earn trophy number 4 and can challenge the first boss, who is Ripperoo. Also, if you listen carefully, you just hit this wall here. I don't know why, but I always found that so funny as a kid. But with that, off we go into the first boss race. All the boss races are kind of the same, and honestly, I will give Ripperoo a 15-second head start because I'm very confident once again. Okay, so each boss will have one weapon that they will use. Ripperoo will throw out TNT crates. He will also throw out Nitro crates, I think. Okay, so that's 15 seconds, off we go. So basically, he will throw out TNT crates, the next boss will throw out vials, the boss after that will actually throw TNT crates. Also, I need to be a bit careful, because these are starting to explode behind me, and, yeah, I don't really want to hit any of these if I can avoid them, so you know what? Honestly, that has gone better than I ever expected it to, and we are now in first place. Basically, the boss races are less of a race and more... They're really kind of less of a race and more can you get ahead. Because once you get ahead, they have no way of actually stopping you. So once you take the lead in a race, you are kind of in the clear. And also, I'm kind of like flying around the course now. I say that, this is not the fastest I've ever gone around this course. I think that is probably still in the remake, because honestly, you can get some insane speeds in the remake. I really love the remake. However, I'm playing the original right now. I may come back and do the remake at a later time, and by that I mean I'm definitely coming back and doing the remake at a later time. Oh, also, I forgot about one more item, but you know, it's the turbo. It's your standard turbo. The turbo lasts longer if you have all of the Wumpa fruit. So now let's just clear that out, and we are done. That is our first boss defeated, and we win our first key, which means we can move on to the next area of the game. In addition to getting the thing for having beaten the boss, in addition to getting the key, all of the tracks that we won on now will reopen for the CTR challenges and the relic races. I will be coming back for those at a later time, though. However, each area, I will quickly show this in just a second. I don't know why I just treated that like it was a proper cutscene, because it really wasn't. Also, we get another tutorial here.
Congratulations on opening this new area. Here you will find 4 more tracks to race. Good luck.
Okay, so now that we've won everything on Insanity Beach, Skull Rock has opened, and you may notice it is a purple course. all of the purple courses are locked until you win until you beat the boss in each area. Now, you may notice Crash Cove is surrounded by a red barrier. Ruse Tubes is in green. Mystery Caves is also in red. And then Sewer Speedway is in blue. This won't really matter right now, but it will be important later on in the game. So, for now, that's not all that big of a deal, but it will be important later in the game because I do intend on doing 100% completion. There's also these, like, super yellow ones. These require the gems and the relics. We do not have these yet, but we will get those as we go. So, this is the Gemstone Valley. As you can see from our map, there's currently nothing we can actually do here. However, if we look up here, yeah, we have the boss door for one, Nitrous Oxide. He is the final boss of the game. So we'll be coming back here way later, but for now we are kind of passing through as we make our way to the Lost Ruins. I think that's what this one's called. And now, I'm going to actually save and end off today's episode here.
This is the load save screen. There are 5 of these screens, 1 in each world section. When you want to load or save a game, go to one of these screens. To access it, drive up to the screen and stop. Then, follow the directions.
Okay, so I'm gonna save, and next time we're gonna be making our way through the Lost Ruins. So, yeah, that will be, hopefully 5 more dominating victories next time. So I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment or click any buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all next time for more Crash Team Racing. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.